Hey everybody, Heather here. I thought I would just do this really quick video just to offer a little tip that works for me, so far anyway. So far it works. Um, when you're dealing with really intoxicated people, the chances of them throwing up in your car is pretty high. So what I like is I like the person to be in the front seat that's highly intoxicated. I feel like there's more control there. My peripheral, I can see them the whole time without interfering with my driving. When they're in the back, unless you have a good view with your mirror, you can't be turning around and checking. And also, when you pick these people up that are really intoxicated, they're usually all jazzed up, feeling great, and you're like, oh no, they're not going to throw up, they're probably fine, and because they're all happy and giddy and talky and just having a great time. Well, I guess at that time, yeah, they're okay, but as soon as they get in your car, and as soon as you start driving, a lot of them, that's when they start feeling it. So it's when the passenger starts to go quiet is when you have to worry. That's when all that stuff starts happening, and it's like stuff starts building up like a little volcano. I had a girl. She was sitting next to me, and she was a blast. She was all jazzed and having a good time, chatting up a storm. And just a few minutes, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes into the trip, 6 minutes. It wasn't very long. She started to go quieter and quieter until she was quiet. And that's when, okay, my little radars went, okay, this girl just might blow. So I kept my peripheral on her so that I could try to avoid that from happening. And it worked for me because, a lot of people, even though they're shit-faced, they don't want to say, hey, I feel like I'm going to throw up, pull over. A lot of times they're drunk and they just try to hold it. They'll try to hold it. Okay, just get to my destination, get home or wherever they're going. So don't rely on somebody telling you, hey, I got to throw up, pull over. This girl, if I wouldn't have reacted, I would have had throw up all over the front of my car. And there would have been even more throw up because I would have threw up. I have a very weak stomach, so as soon as she blew, I would have blew. And it would have just, oh God, it would have been horrible. I don't even know. I would have had to take an Uber home. I wouldn't even be able to drive home. It would be so bad, probably. But anyway, when she went dormant on me, just complete silence, I knew she wasn't doing well. And I happened to catch in my peripheral her cheeks blowing up. And with her cheeks blowing up, she had her hand on her mouth. And I didn't even ask her, hey, are you sick? Oh, you got to throw up. Do you want me to pull over? I just pulled over when it was safe, which luckily was immediately. Pulled over, and I just told her, open your door, open your door. And she did. She opened the door, and when she opened the door, it just, she blew. It came out. Excuse me. And had my Kleenex I gave her. I keep Kleenex in a towel for issues like that. And I'm glad. If she was in the back seat, and if I couldn't have seen her, because it was dark, she wasn't saying anything, so she probably would have just, no matter how much she tried to hold it in, it would have just came out. She would have threw up. So my preference is the front seat. The front seat has pros and cons with an intoxicated person. Like I said, it's my preference. I prefer that. But one thing is when you have, it seems a lot of times when you have a drunk person in the back, for some reason that drunk person in the back always wants to climb up and go in the front. That's just kind of a drunk thing people do. And you can't see what they're doing. They could throw up in your car. I just don't like it. for me in the front seat, I can see what they're doing. One of the cons is that, there's your radio. They have full access to your radio. Fooling with it, turning it up. They might, hey, bump you and stuff. That's a con too. So there's some cons, but maybe it just depends on the person, I guess if you had an aggressive, total asshole, drunk person just becoming way belligerent and stuff like that, and just distracting and flinging their arms or what have you, then maybe you want them in back, I guess. But those silent ones that are ready to erupt like a volcano with throw up to me is better in the front seat, because trust me, it's, you can see them in your peripheral and you can pull over really quick. So anyway, that's my little tip. If you've had experiences with people throwing up and it seems to always be in the back, try putting them up front. See how that goes. Because it worked for me. And but then again, a lot of times they sit where they want, so maybe they won't want to sit up front. I don't know, but that's I try my best to get drunk people up front. Anyway, so there you go. That's my tip for you for today. It is Friday, so Friday night, I'm out there tonight. Maybe 8, 9. Get out there and drive. The weather's pretty crappy, but doesn't stop people. Weekend's a weekend, so we do have the AT&T, that Pebble Beach Pro-Am, whatever those famous people go and play golf over here in our area, so that might draw more customers than usual, so should be nice. So anyway, hopefully I'll have some good stories for you, maybe some live video, hopefully something good. It would be so awesome if I did pick up one of those famous people like Marky Mark or Justin Timberlake. They always go to the Pro-Am in Pebble Beach. Oh my God, that would be so awesome. And put them on Facebook Live. That would be so great. But anyway, kind of doubt it. I'm sure if they want to drive around, they have a limo. But anyway, there you have it. I will talk to you again soon. And until then, stay safe.